Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Simply Investing. And today I want to kind of go over, I know it's been a long time, but lots of great things happening in the markets. Seems to be we're hitting pretty good highs. Oil may drop again, but only time will tell. I still think there's a little too much surplus out there, so I think it's going to hold steady at around, between $35 and $38 a barrel, but like I said, only time will tell. Lots of interesting things happening, lots of companies beating earning estimates, although analysts have kind of dropped that down a tad. So it's kind of hard to really gauge how successful they really are, but still lots of great companies going in a lot of great directions, restructuring what they will. I think a good and up and coming one is American Express. There's no reason why they shouldn't be higher, but they are kind of on the beacon side of credit scores with their lending program. So any of us know you know you have good credit when you have an American Express card. So with that said, their lending side might be a little bit of a tough one to beat, but they are expanding their prepaid program and doing a lot of other interesting stuff on the payment side. I think they're kind of something to watch. I still think Apple's good despite whatever's going on. You know, I always think Apple's good in the long run. Great dividends, as well as Microsoft. Great dividends. They got their stuff under control. They're going in the right direction. So, you know, so far for April, I'm up 17.5%. Give or take. We'll have to see how these remaining weeks go, but 17.5%, I will take it. Right now, my Robinhood account is beating out my Betterment account. So we'll still see, because they're equally, those two new accounts are at about the same, $120 each. So we'll have to see how it still goes. But right now, Robinhood's at like 121, and then the Betterment's at a 119. It lost a little bit of money, but we'll see in the long run. So it's going to be another couple months before you can really see which one has a greater difference. Now I'm going to be posting a lot of videos. The next is just a little recap of what's going on, but posting a lot of videos. One is I'm going to start a new video series of starting a business. I just started. I actually will get the official registration and everything done by Friday. So I'll actually be ready and open up shop on Friday. So it's going to be kind of interesting. I'm not going to unveil a lot about the business. I'm just going to call the products widgets and call it, just refer to it as the company. Just so, because I'm moving into a highly competitive market, and I don't want to broadcast how I'm doing things, but I will showcase how I can gain success through it, and show people, because I have, other than $3,000, I have not invested much into this business. Really, just $3,000. That was just what I have invested in the registration process. So, and of course, when you're starting your own company, I know I'm going off track here, but when you start your own company, the first thing you want to do is start the primary company that's going to do business. Second is start your holdings company. You never know how things are going to turn out, and you never know when you're going to move into your next venture. But if your first company fails and your second company is successful, and they're both separate but under one roof, you still protect your wealth, and you protect your other companies from going down that you may go. So let's just say you start a company, you created $20 million of personal wealth. Well, now you can go start you start buying properties and renting them out, but they're under a separate company, under a separate name, under a separate organization. That way, if one goes under, you don't have to worry about them going after your other companies for your loans. I always recommend setting up your holdings company. Then you have an ideal company that you want to start. I recommend that you do that too. Just register the name, just so you can make sure that you have the rights to the name. it's going to be an interesting process, because I think, especially the millennial age group, kind of wants to either be part of a startup or have their own startup. And I think a lot of people fail to realize that you got to separate your personal wealth and your company from the beginning. You got to set it up so that you're planned for success. And when you set it up early, you don't have to worry about, well, where did all this money come from? IRS is going to audit you. Not to say there's anything illegal that you're doing, but you got to make sure that you cross all your T's and dot all your I's. That said, my portfolio, back to investing, my portfolio is going strong. My personal portfolio. So a lot of people have asked, like, well, is Robinhood the only thing I trade in? It is not. My personal portfolio, I trade a lot of money in, and that's how I'm able to maintain a lot of things. I also trade some of my family's money and very close friends that we're all together. So we all kind of put our money together, and I do the active trading on it. I do want to say, though, when you do form these investment groups, make sure there's an ironclad agreement between all of you as to who's doing the trading, how you're going to invest, how distribution of gains will go. A lot of relationships have been ruined by investor clubs too. So you want to make sure you be careful when you're setting those up. For those of you that want to go into active trading, you want to do it on your own, and that's how you want to make your income. That's absolutely great, but make sure that you can do something that's not a time basis or as much of a time consumption so you can have some steady revenue coming in. So I would recommend, like, do Uber, become an Uber driver. There's actually, I forget the app, but there's actually a great app that, and this was about 3-4 years ago that I was using it. But you get to go around when these big companies need to make sure that their brand image is being utilized on the shelves in Walmart, Target, and stuff like that. They hire you guys out to do these things. So you can they're like $10-20, and it takes 5 minutes of your time. So you go out there, you get like 20 of those a day, and it takes 5 minutes. You can get 20 in one store, and it's great because it's like 20, and before you know it, you made $400 for the day. Granted, some days you make like $50, but some days are 400, some days are 150. But it's a great way to get yourself into, have a routine where you can gain money, but without having to actually, clock in, do a clock in, clock out job. And those are sometimes kind of tough. But with that said, I will have lots and lots more videos, and I promised some people I'll do videos on some stocks you wanted me to research. I absolutely will do them. Lots of great videos coming out. Hope they're all give you guys a great amount of information. Lots of fun things. As always, comment, subscribe, like, go to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page. Ask me any questions. I try to get back to you as quickly as possible. I'm always available. Even if you think it's late, just send the question in anyway. I will answer you as quickly as possible. With that, guys, I want to say thanks. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all your questions. Keep them coming, because that's the best way to learn, is to ask a question. No questions are dumb. And remember, I always go back to, from my beginning videos, respect the process. Don't bring in your emotions. Do your research. Make sure your risk levels, your comfortability, everything. Make sure you know that. And just respect the process. Don't lose respect for it, because when you lose respect for it, that's when it's going to chew you out and spit you back out. And you're going to lose a lot of money that way. With that said, have fun, learn a lot. Hope everyone's making some money, and I'll see you guys on my next video.